Hi, John. How are you this week?
Hi, Elliot. How you doing?
I'm good, thanks. It's a rainy day here in Milwaukee, but other than that, it's fine.
There you go.
So, what I wanted to talk to you about this week is actually something that's a follow-on from something that happened a couple years ago. If you remember, in September of 2018, the banking agencies issued a statement about kind of recognizing that supervisory guidance does not have the same force of regulation. And that's particularly important in the context of examination findings. There was a petition filed in November after that was that guidance was put out, guidance on guidance, this week, the FDIC Board of Directors adopted a resolution authorizing the agency to publish a proposed rule that basically would codify the 2018 statement, which would be some really nice clarity for the industry. That's a long start, but did you see that?
Yeah, I saw it. I mean, obviously, part of what we've dealt with as a community was, the value of things like the FDIC manual was it was public, there was transparency, but unfortunately, both anecdotally and with some metrics, we've heard from our colleagues in the industry that many times examiners would point to sections of the manual and say that you're not fulfilling your obligations when that's not what that was intended to do. There's a lot of other areas that it's not just an AML issue, obviously. So I think, and there's been some bad court cases that I recall, and this was designed, the statement in 2018 was designed to give some comfort. And I think, statements go only so far as sometimes the paper that they're written on. And I think there was a view that I don't think was incorrect, that we need a little more than that. And it seems to me that this is 2 years later, but this is designed to make that statement, guidance on guidance, as you mentioned, to be more substantive.
Yeah. The petition was filed. I mean, the Administrative Procedures Act provides that proper parties can petition agencies that put out guidance to make a rulemaking. And so that's what this is. The interesting thing about what was published this week as part of the materials around the FDIC board meeting is that the recommending memorandum did not specifically say that it was prepared in conjunction with the other agencies that were party to the 2018 statement. I have to assume that the other agencies are also moving forward, because the FDIC alone issuing a solitary rule by itself doesn't really solve the problem.
Right. And, some of the aspects of the proposal, reading from a couple of sections here, they want to make sure when you file your comment that to the FDIC, that the notice is sufficiently clear on what types of agency communication constitutes supervisory guidance. And if not, what the agencies could do to clarify this. So I think we should give them credit for attempting to address sort of an age-old issue. I think this would be helpful in that regard. I also separately believe so would examiner training, frankly, and a better understanding in our world of why we have the Bank Secrecy Act. But I think it's important to note that they've done this. I'm with you. I'd like to see what the other agencies are planning, which I assume it's a timing thing. But it was interesting. I saw a couple of trade associations referenced in trade papers saying, well, this is helpful. It's a good first step. And I'm like, really, folks? I think you need to be a little more encouraging. You need to do more than this. But they did this in response to the association's petition. So, when you get a win, take the win, right?
Right. Will there always be the back and forth about regulation and guidance and, what it all means and how it actually operates on the ground? The answer is yes, but I agree with you. Stop complaining when they give you what.
Right. And again, we're all in on the issue. The issue is we have to have clarity and transparency on exam oversight. And this will definitely be helpful. So we urge folks to comment. when this is eventually published in the Register, if it hasn't been already in the past couple of days. And of course, watch the other agencies who we assume will do similar NPRs.
Yep. All right, John. Well, I will talk to you next week. You stay healthy and have a good weekend.
Stay safe, everybody, and get out there and vote. Take care. Bye.